in the presence of wildlife or natural history at its best, you have this visceral experience where you're like, whoa, like that's so cool.
There was a big hole in Western North America. No one had ever studied raptor migration in the West. In fact, nobody even knew if raptors migrated or not. I realized that there's a contribution to be made here. We needed a sustainable organization to make this their mission.
Raptors are the perfect lens for understanding ecosystems or doing conservation work.
Long-term monitoring is the only way that we're able to understand what's happening in these populations so that we can learn, if we need to take action and also if the actions we're taking are working. As we close the gap between nature and wildlife and ourselves, we are having an impact. And some of that's unavoidable, but a lot of things are avoidable.
We have to be educators. We have to do outreach. We have to inspire the next generation and the current generation and use raptors as the ambassadors for conservation that they really are. As a freshman college student, I was 25 miles from the most famous place in the world for watching migrating hawks, a place called Hawk Mountain. I went up there with some of my classmates, and it was a spectacular day at Hawk Mountain. We saw over 4,000 hawks, some 13 species, all of them eye level or below within a couple hundred feet. And at that moment in time, I fell in love with raptors. It was all about the passion for watching the birds effortlessly fly south and just enjoying it. And so I started climbing mountains around Utah State University and eventually made it up to the Wellsvilles and saw a major flyway right there in front of my eyes. And it's turned out to be the biggest flyway known for raptors anywhere in the interior western part of North America. Here's the opportunity to look at more than a dozen species of raptors, which occupy a vast part of North America. So we're monitoring all these different species over a large landscape from one point. I just thought if we could find enough sites in the West, we could really make a huge difference in understanding what's going on in the interior western part of the continent.
We started 35 years ago just as a migration network, and we really didn't do anything else until much later. And now we have an international program. We have multiple science departments. We have a huge community science program. And so I think that diversity is what will allow us to really move into the next stages.
We're about to check the kestrel box.
Each year we educate over 40,000 individuals throughout the Western United States about raptors and conservation. We also conduct long-term monitoring at 7 migration sites each fall and 1 site each spring. And then we're doing direct conservation work. A couple great examples of that are the work that we do on golden eagles and on American kestrels. So both of those projects came out of migration data collected at HawkWatch International sites as well as sites throughout the United States.
American kestrel is a species that's showing long-term declines across North America. And so we launched a kestrel study to try to understand what some of those drivers are. And so that's grown into a 500 nest box, 100 plus volunteers a year effort with graduate students and internships. And then we have a following forest owl program, which is studying small owl communities in northern Utah and in the Chiricahua Mountains in southeast Arizona.
It's pretty special to be at this moment if you think about the fact that we've had hundreds of people who have made this possible over those 35 years, contributing to this long-term data collection that helps us understand the health of raptor populations.
If I look back on my career, it's my single greatest contribution to conservation. If I can continue to inspire others, I'm going to do it as long as I have the ability to do that.